Sister Wives Meri Brown talks about Janelle abuse allegations. Sister Wives star Meri Brown is talking about the abuse allegations from her former sister wife, Janelle Brown. In the past, Meri has come under fire for allegedly being abusive toward the children. So, what went on with Janelle and how bad was it? Keep reading for more details. Meri Brown talks about Janelle abuse allegations. In the Sunday, January 26 episode of Sister Wives, Meri Brown further proved to be a non-cooperative sister wife and mother. It has long been said that she was abusive and aggressive toward the children. Janelle Brown's daughter, Maddie Brown Brush, has had an awful relationship with her for years. The same applies to Cristin Brown Woolley's kids, Peyton Brown and Mykelti Brown Padron. They have not spoken fondly of their father's former first wife, and now it has come out that the kids could not come freely to her home. Meri did not care for people coming into her living space when they lived in one house. In the latest episode, Cristin and Janelle stated they had an open-door policy with the children and wives. However, Meri and Robin Brown demanded a knock first, which was off-putting for a plural family who was supposed to work together. Having their own homes was a blessing for the sister wives, as they never wanted to live the one-home lifestyle again. Now, a resurfaced clip from an early season shows Meri being accused of abuse. They are out to eat when Cody Brown notes he has two wives who feel sharing a kitchen is abusive. Fast forward to the OG couch confessionals and Meri Brown is crying as she takes it personally. More so, she knows that Janelle thinks that she abused her when they first got together. Meri claims that was never her intention and she never meant to hurt her. She notes that she was raised to say how she felt and what she wanted. However, that came off as abusive, but she had her own way of doing things, and it seemed to be her way or the highway. Janelle backed down. Although Meri Brown made excuses for her behavior, Janelle Brown claimed she had no idea that she could speak up. There seemed to be a lot of excuses from Meri and even Cody, but she never changed. When Janelle came to see Meri regarding Coyote Pass and how they had to protect themselves, it backfired. Meri ran right back to Cody and Robin, making Janelle look like the bad one when she was just trying to help. After seeing this clip and knowing all that has transpired, what did Sister Wives fans have to say? Some blamed Cody. Bottom line for me is that Cody never did anything to support his wives and help them respect, love, and get along with each other. He is the common denominator and is the one who has the power and agency to improve the relationships. Meri was a neat freak and Janelle and Cristin are not. I can see this creating issues, and Meri could be really sharp with her criticism, even belittling and mean. These women were never meant to coexist in one house. I don't see Janelle making overinflated claims. My guess is that Meri was an absolute tyrant. Having said that, they were all in a horrible situation at such a young age. The Brown family, forever a source of fascination for viewers, has seen its fair share of controversies and secrets unfold over the years. While some moments have garnered praise, others have sparked heated debates among fans. One of the most recent bombshells came from accusations of abuse levied against Cody Brown and the impact on his relationships with his wives, particularly Janelle. Amid this, Meri Brown found herself at the center of the storm, compelled to address the explosive allegations. With an air of quiet strength and vulnerability, Meri sat down for an exclusive interview where she opened up about the rumors, the strain on her relationships, and her feelings regarding the ongoing tension within the family. Meri Brown, a woman who has often appeared stoic and self-contained on Sister Wives, had been quiet for months after the allegations made headlines. But the weight of being thrust into the conversation eventually became too much to ignore. Sitting in her living room, dressed in a soft, worn cardigan, her hair pulled back in a neat ponytail, Meri looked more like someone's aunt than a reality star. However, as the conversation turned to Janelle's claims of emotional and psychological abuse at the hands of Cody, the calm exterior melted away and her voice wavered. I've been on the receiving end of many accusations over the years, but hearing that my family has been subjected to abuse, it's something I never thought I'd have to face, Meri began, taking a deep breath as she gathered her thoughts. Janelle is my sister in so many ways. We've been through the highs and lows of this lifestyle together. To hear her say what she did, it was hard. It was hard because I don't believe Cody is capable of abuse. But I understand where she's coming from. The allegations, which first surfaced in an emotional conversation between Janelle and a close friend, describe a toxic and controlling dynamic between Janelle and Cody. Janelle, feeling emotionally drained and unsupported, spoke out about the extreme emotional manipulation that allegedly took place behind closed doors. Her frustration and sadness became apparent as she detailed her struggle to maintain a sense of self while under Cody's oppressive control. The fallout from Janelle's accusations hit the Brown family like a tidal wave. Fans of the show, who had always seen Cody as the patriarch holding the family together, were shaken to the core. But for Meri, it was more personal. As one of the first wives and often seen as the lonely wife due to her strained relationship with Cody, she found herself caught between loyalty to her family and confronting the painful reality of Janelle's pain. In the interview, Meri discussed her thoughts on the allegations, acknowledging that the emotional toll of living in a plural marriage had, at times, caused friction in the relationships within the family. "I'm not going to pretend that everything has been perfect or that we've all gotten along without issues. But abuse? That's not something I've ever experienced." "Not in this family," Meri said, her voice steady but tinged with emotion. "I know Cody, and while I can't speak for Janelle's experience, I know he's always tried to do what he thought was best." For Meri, the idea of emotional abuse was hard to reconcile with the man she once loved deeply. Her own tumultuous relationship with Cody, full of highs and lows, had led to an eventual separation that left her questioning her place in the family. But she maintained that Cody's actions, while at times challenging and difficult, were never in the realm of abuse. As the conversation progressed, Meri became more reflective, speaking about her personal journey within the family and how the challenges she faced shaped her understanding of the situation. "I've always had my own struggles," she said, her voice softening. "There's been moments where I felt abandoned or unsupported. I think every wife has felt that way at some point. But to say that Cody is abusive, that's not how I've experienced our relationship, even with all the ups and downs." Meri went on to describe the unique dynamics within the family, acknowledging that Cody's relationships with his wives had never been simple. "There's no manual for this kind of life, and I think sometimes people forget that. When you're juggling multiple marriages, there's bound to be tension, bound to be hurt feelings. But it's about how you handle that tension," she explained, her gaze thoughtful. "For me, I had to find my own path. I can't speak for anyone else's journey, but I know I've had to lean into my own independence to survive in this situation." While Meri stood by her belief that Cody wasn't abusive, she was careful not to invalidate Janelle's experience. "I can't speak for Janelle's pain," she said quietly. "But I can say that I've always been here for her, and I've tried to be a supportive sister wife." She paused, adding, "I think sometimes we all get lost in our own feelings, and it can be hard to see things from someone else's perspective." Meri also admitted that the public nature of the family's struggles made everything more complicated. "I think sometimes it's easy for people to judge based on what they see on TV," she said, gesturing around her. "But there's so much more to every story. So much more that the cameras can't capture. I've tried to remain true to myself, despite the criticism and the gossip, and that's all any of us can do." In the end, Meri's response was a delicate balancing act of loyalty and self-preservation. She stood by her belief that Cody wasn't capable of abuse, but was empathetic to the pain that Janelle had expressed. She hoped that the family could find a way to move forward, heal from their wounds, and ultimately find peace. "We're not perfect. None of us are," Meri reflected. "But we're still family, and that's something that matters to me." As the interview concluded, it was clear that the Browns were far from resolving the tensions that had come to light. But Meri's message was one of compassion and understanding, a reminder that the Brown family, for all its drama and complications, was bound together by more than just their shared lifestyle. It was bound by the love, pain, and resilience that each member brought to the table, no matter how difficult the journey became.